Hey guys, got another DIY video for you, and today I'm working on my beloved Mobius cameras, and what I'm going to do is try to convert them into an easy to change battery system. To me, that's the weakest part of the Mobius. It shoots great video, it's really small, fits in a lot of places, works really well for my needs, but the weakest part is the battery. It's built inside the camera, so it's really not changeable in the field. So today I hope to remedy that and make it a pretty easy system to change the battery so the camera keeps going and you never miss any footage. Stay tuned, that's next. Okay, so here's the plan for what I hope to accomplish here. The idea is to take one of these extension wires that plug into the circuit board on the camera where the battery usually plugs into, and simply extend that plug further out, and then to here plugs in the battery. What I want to do is take one of these cases. Here I have just the bottom, an empty bottom. The nice thing is the bottom of the case has nothing in it except the battery. So you could separate the camera in half, put the sensitive electronics and lens part to the side, and then work on the bottom piece to get that window in there to get the battery in. And then the idea is to kind of trace this battery and make an opening big enough to slide the battery in through the bottom. So what I hope to end up with is the case with an opening down here and a cable coming out of it. Into there I plug in my battery and shove everything in, and then because there's an opening and nothing can fall out, it goes into the case, which I use the case for everything anyway, so that will then act as the bottom of the case and hold the battery in and everything else, and it'll be easy to change the battery in the field. So let's find out if that works by cutting out an opening in this case with this Dremel tool. First thing I'm going to do is crack open this case to get rid of the parts I don't want to get cut or dirty or messy. In case I screw up, I still have all the important stuff intact. So this case I've modified a little bit because the screws that it came with originally had stripped. So I put in my own extended screws, and this actually holds it in place much better than the stock stuff. And this is my zoom camera, and I need it to be very sturdy and not have a lot of movement or shaking or any kind of give, so my picture doesn't get altered. So I'm going to take these screws out. They're a little tougher to take out. Now I'm going to split the case open like you would normally. So here you have your bottom, which has nothing in, as you can see. The battery is attached to here. And here's all the sensitive stuff, which I don't want to touch. So I'm going to unplug the battery. And first thing I'm actually going to do is make sure this extension wire works. So I'm going to plug the battery into here. I know it fits, I just want to make sure it works. And then plug that into here. Looks like it's recording, so the extension wire works. Let's keep it in there and focus on the bottom of the case. So what I'm going to do is lay the battery right over the case here where I want to cut out the opening. I want to keep the back piece intact because I want to still have that structure to the case when it's squished together. I don't want the back to be squishy or floppy or have no skeleton to it. So I want to keep the back intact, but cut a window big enough, maybe a little less than the battery, to slide the battery into. So let's get tracing. So that's sort of the ultimate size. I'm going to go ahead and shorten it a little bit. I'm actually going to work in sections, so I'm going to make it about 2/3 of the length to start with. So that's going to be the part that's coming out. Now, safety glasses, of course, since we are cutting stuff, and let's get cutting. Alright, so that came out pretty easy. Let's clean it up a little bit. Just breaking off some of the stuff that kind of got burned and curled. Don't want to have any burrs to get stuck on the way in for the battery, or anything to flop around in there and make noise on the mic. Looks like the battery fits in pretty well. So let's try reassembling the case and then trying this theory out. this gives the Mobius now the ability to have a quick change battery, which I think makes the camera a lot more usable and a lot more impressive, and really now has almost no disadvantages when comparing it to the GoPro. So if you have a Mobius, this could be very useful for you. Hopefully you enjoyed the tutorial. Please subscribe, stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next one.